Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk about Black History Month. The month that is a celebration of my people, because I am a black man and everything. And it's about all our accomplishments, all the oppression that we have gone through over like centuries of living in like America and stuff like that. And even till this day, we are still being oppressed. And so I'm here today to talk to you about certain characters or TV shows or episodes that revolve around Black History Month that I personally enjoy. So I'm here today to talk to you about the Wayans Bros. Season 1, Episode 1, Goop-Hair-It-Is. So the Wayans Bros, best known as the Wayans Brothers, is one of like the funniest shows that came out in WB in the late 90s. It came out in 1995 to 1999. The first episode had 13 and the rest of the episodes had 22, and it lasted for 5 seasons. Now I didn't watch this on the WB because I didn't have cable at that time. But I remember I saw this in syndication, and it used to come on late at night around like 11 o'clock, and I used to watch this and stuff. And I recognized the Wayans brothers because, you know, their family is literally like the black royalty of like black comedy in America and stuff. Like they have so many brothers and sisters and cousins and nieces and nephews, like it is insane. And so Marlon and Shawn Wayans, they are the ones who were the stars of this show. And I remember them, of course, from like Scary Movie and like, I think that's it. I don't think there was an In Living Color. I'm not really sure. But, yeah, so like, this show also stars the late and hilarious John Witherspoon. And he was best known for the Fridays movies playing the father and stuff. And he plays Pops in this show where he's like owns his own restaurant. Now by season 2, they got a new cast member. Anna Maria Horsford. She is best known from the show of the 80s and 90s called Amen. Boy, I used to love Amen. So with the Wayans brothers, you know, normally when you see a black comedy show, it normally depicts the family as being either middle class or like upper class. Shows like Family Matters and Fresh Prince and stuff like that. But the Wayans were completely different. The Wayans showed the lower class of black society because, you know, most black homes, you know, are poor and stuff. And like normally in like black shows, they will have the black family act somewhat proper and you know, and not so much urban. But the Wayans brothers, they had more of an urban take, I guess, from like their upbringings and stuff. And that's what, you know, you see a lot of their comedy stuff revolve around like urban humor and stuff. White chicks, don't be a menace to society while drinking your orange juice and something. That's a long title. I don't got time to remember that. And stuff. And so this was very unique because most black comedy shows just didn't do that. Martin was probably one of the first to ever show like an urban, like, you know, take on like black society. And of course, urban is the polite way of saying ghetto. And even if you never heard the Wayans Bros, like chances are you've heard of like the show, because like in the movie Scary Movie, towards the end when the killer review, Ray tells his friend that, you know, the Wayans show was a good show, and like, you know, we didn't even get a final episode, so it basically got canceled without them really even like knowing and ending the show proper. That's really terrible. I hate when shows do that, you know. It's kind of like, even if for whatever reason the show gets canceled, at least give them a proper send-off, you know. It's pretty low down and disrespectful when a television show can't get a proper send-off or they leave on a cliffhanger. I remember Sliders, they ended on a cliffhanger, and that really pissed me off because that last season was just terrible all around. So Goop-Hair-It-Is. This episode starts off with Sean, and he's sitting on a couch with his girlfriend. His girlfriend sees like an info commercial for like lipstick, and she wants to buy two. And he tells her, you know, that's dumb because you're spending $10 on something that literally costs like 40 something cents. Now, Sean, he works at like a newspaper stand. And so at some point in time, Marlon ends up working with him as well. So in a way, when he goes into the other room, because Marlon shows up, Marlon is upset because he tried to get into like a club and they rejected him because of his hair. Now he's wearing micro braids. This is known in certain areas where they will not allow certain people to enter a place if they're dressed deemed gangsterous or like ghetto. I remember hearing long time ago, Hulk Hogan, ugh, you know, his racist behind. He owned a store down in Florida, and supposedly it made headlines because there were black people who were rejected, and they said they were rejected because of the way they was dressed. We all know why they got rejected, because of his behind. And then I remember Jenny Garth, who's best known as playing, I think, Kelly from 90210, or Beverly Hills 90210. She made headlines a long time ago when she said that her black friends were rejected from going inside like a club because of their dress code and stuff. So because of this, he wants to like change his hair. So Sean helps him. And then when they leave to go into the room, his girlfriend, she ends up using his credit card to buy like that lipstick she wanted. Anyways, the results of his hair comes out in kind of like an afro perm kind of thing. Not so much a Jerry curl, but more like a perm. He's loving it and everything. And then sooner or later, both him and Sean get this harebrained, no puns intended, scheme to like, you know, shoot like an info commercial on like public access TV and stuff so they can sell this product. Because they figure, you know, tons of black men will want like a head full of hair that's like poofy and everything. And so as they're coming up with names for it, they come up with Goop-Hair-It-Is, but they say it in a very weird kind of way. They're like, Goop-Hair-It-Is and everything. And one thing they're both known for is making like these like silly, goofy, over the top like phrases when they talk, and a big goofy smile. Like if you watch the intro is them dressed in like preppy type clothes with these giant afros, and they have these big goofy grins on their face. But then they like shut the camera, and then it goes more into like a hip-hop thing, and then they ride in a bus, and the bus hits like an old woman. It's Wayans humor. Just roll with it. Once again, no puns intended. And so like in order to attract like attention for their like you know, their hair product stuff, they need money. So they borrow like $600 from their pop. And so John's just like hilarious throughout this entire thing. It's sad that he passed away. I still remember him from the Friday movies. And so they need a big celebrity to sell their product. So Marlon kidnaps no wait, is it Marlon that kidnaps him, or is it Sean and his girlfriend? Well, it's somebody, one of those two. They kidnap Garrett Moore, who's best known for SNL, The Martin Show, and Two Broke Girls. And they tell him, and they put the bag over his head and take it off. They're all like, don't worry, man, we're not going to shoot you. Now, this is a real life reference to Garrett. When he was on Martin doing the second season, I believe, somebody walked up behind him and like threatened to like rob him at gunpoint. He turns around, being a martial artist, and reacted. When he reacted, they shot him twice, and he was in the hospital recuperating. Now, if you know anything about Martin, you know that Stan disappeared by the third season and went to, I think, to China or something like that. They wrote him off the show, basically firing him while he's recuperating in the hospital from 2 gunshot wounds. Still, to this day, the year 2022, he does not know the real reason why he was fired. But of course, Martin was like the executive producer and co-creator of the show. So if anybody fired him, he believes that it was him. And still, till this day, like I said, he has no idea. His disappearance from the show was one of the biggest mysteries, other than Gina leaving in the last season. I'll talk about that a couple of videos from now, because I have decided to finally do like Martin. Like, I was not at first because of Martin Lawrence like history and everything, but you know, I figured like I can distance this. Well, I am probably gonna talk about him anyway. I wanted to like no, well, here's the thing, like, because of a Black History Month, I wanted this to be a celebration of Black stars and their shows, and I didn't want to talk about the bad stuff, which is why I didn't do that one Black Power Ranger. But I have decided, you know, well, he is Black, why exclude him? I can talk about the character without talking about necessarily the actor, you know what I'm saying, and stuff. Because I realized, because, you know, I did Fillmore. When I talked about Fillmore, I said there's probably two reasons why it's now on Disney Plus. The main star has fallen off the rails and everything, with his like drug addictions and stuff like that, and repeated arrests. And then there's the dude who played like the police chief, hallmonder type dude. I didn't even notice about him until I researched it. He got me too'd in a big way, and yeah, so that's probably why that show isn't on Disney Plus, because they don't want young kids looking up the show and stuff. So anyways, so I decided I will do Martin. I will do that one Black Power Ranger, because also, you know, I've talked about other shows, and you know, pretty much every show that's been around has had like at least one or two bad people that's been in it, so I might as well. Plus, you know, Martin is one of the funniest shows of all history, so, you know, and stuff. And so, where am I at with this? Oh, so yeah. So they kidnap him, and he doesn't want to do it. He said he doesn't do commercials and this and that. And so he leaves, but they have a backup solution, who's hiding in the back room. And we don't know who this person is until he comes out. It's Gary Coleman. May he rest in peace. And so he comes out and he said he'll do it and everything. So it's like time to like do it. They do everybody's hair. Sean does his hair, Gary does his hair, so it's all afro-y, like wavy, not Jerry curl, but perm looking hair, you know what I'm saying? And so while they're gonna do this info commercial type thing, oh, the Wayans brothers have never done television, and Gary telling them, you know, it's okay because you messed up, you can just retake it and everything. Well, the dude who's producing the thing tells them that, you know, it's live. So they freak out. It makes for one of the most hilarious things ever, because they don't know which monitor to look in. Marlon's constantly playing like different characters and stuff, and then as they're finna sell it, they're selling it for like $60. But then Gary's all like, oh, we can give them a discount. And so they're like, well, we can give you a special discount of $59.99. Like, seriously, what kind of discount is that? So as soon as people are gonna start buying it, all of a sudden Gary's hair starts to smoke. And then so Sean wants to ask Marlon, like, what did you put in this crap? And he's all like, I forgot the stuff he put in there, but he put in Drano of all things. So with the lights above, it lit up the Drano. So Gary's hair's on fire. Marlon is trying to like put it out with a newspaper by beating him and everything. But then Marlon and Sean's hair starts to smoke. So here comes like I think Pops, and I think they're trying to beat each other, or somebody's trying to beat them and put the fire out. So they're all on the floor, they're wrestling as Pops is trying to do his best to sell the product. But of course, nobody's gonna buy it. When we see them next, my God, it is hilarious. The Wayans brothers' hair is completely bald with singe marks and little like puffs of like hair sticking out here and there like buckwheat. Oh boy. But then in comes Garrett, who's pissed because he tried it and his hair smoked. So he comes in with a baseball bat and he starts chasing them. It was one of the most hilarious things, and you know, nobody expected two like legends to like appear in the very first episode and stuff. This show is on HBO Max and is one of the most hilarious shows like ever. Like their style of comedy is just like insane. Like it's like when you the intro, the bus hitting the old lady and she's flying in the air. You know, when you watch Scary Movie, it's just this wacky type of like humor and stuff. Happy Black History Month, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.